Welcome into another episode of the Deployment Dudes, where we are just guys being dudes talking all things deployment. I am your host, Scott Hutter. Joined with me, as always, is my co-host, Phil Fannin. Phil, how we doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Doing great. We have a very special guest with us today. You want to introduce him?
I will, yeah. We're excited to have Rich Humphrey. Rich, you are our Director of RevOps for Kinettix.
Yep.
Been
Absolutely.
here for, what, 3 years or so? Four?
Yep. Four. Yep.
4 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you came from and how we found you and
Absolutely.
what you do and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, fantastic. So, my name again is Rich Humphrey, and I am Director of Revenue Operations, as you said. And for me, the way I got here is I was working for a long time for a fitness technology company. Chad Maddox was on our board of directors, and we hit a bit of a snag with COVID. We were selling technology products to fitness centers and YMCAs, places like that, and they all shut down over COVID. They stopped paying us, and so I needed to look for a new position. Chad said, hey, why don't you come over here and do some marketing for us originally, and that kind of morphed into the revenue operations position. So like you said, I've been here about 4 or 5 years, and that's what I do.
It fell apart. I blame Chad.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, what was the fitness technology? What was the use for it?
we had a technology system where you would work on getting an appointment scheduled for a new member with a coach. So when they first signed up for a membership, a coach would get a note on their iPad that there was a new customer. The new member would get a text message saying, hey, sign up for these free coaching lessons. And what we found, it was really a retention device, because what we found is if you could get a new member to come to meet with a coach 2 or 3 times, the retention rate over a year went up like 80%. And so it was largely that. So then the coach could prescribe a workout for him, fill it out in his iPad, what exercises they were to do, how many reps and sets and all this kind of stuff. And it would push it to the member's iPhone. So they'd have a kind of a custom built workout from their coach there. So it was super cool, very fun. But like I said, COVID kind of shut that down.
Well, gyms are coming back. Maybe that's a product we dust off going.
Yeah, that's right. Resurrect it, bring it back. So absolutely.
Yeah. And before we get into your new role, even to go back a little bit further, you were a pastor in a previous.
I was,
right?
yeah. So graduated from the University of Kentucky, and after that, I worked on staff with a campus ministry for 4 years at the University of Tennessee, which was an interesting transition going from Big Blue to Big Orange. But then I moved to Nashville, was in campus ministry there for a few years. Then we actually started a church in Lexington. So I had about 20 years of ministry before I moved into marketing about 10 years ago, something along those lines.
Yeah,
So.
I was going to say, you definitely have that pastor voice. If anybody's seen any of our marketing material out there, installation video guides, that's why his voice might sound familiar.
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. So, yep, have heard me in some of those things for sure.
Best voice we've had on the podcast so far.
Hey, easy. Not nice.
Very good.
Hey, Rich, so tell us, what is your role as Director of RevOps in Kinettix? And so tell us a little bit about what RevOps is in our world, and then even take it a step further and tell us about how it affects our customers.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, what RevOps does, and I'm still not even sure my wife even understands exactly what I do. She's like, now tell me about that again. But what my role here basically is to ensure that marketing, our sales team, and then our solutioning team in particular are functioning efficiently together. So the processes that we use from taking a lead or contact from marketing through sales, through solutioning back to sales, the software that goes along with that, the reporting and metrics, all those things, we want to make sure those align. And on kind of the flip side of looking at that is we want to make sure our customer has a great experience. So from the first time they interact with us all the way through the sales process and into delivery, we want to be sure that they get consistent information, that they are well taken care of, that they don't have any questions, all those kind of things. It's a very smooth, positive customer experience. So that's kind of my main job, is making sure those teams work well together. So I have my kind of fingers in a lot of different pies, which I enjoy, and so it's helping us gain operational efficiency through those things. and how it, you ask about too, how it benefits our customers. The hopefully two things that come to mind. First of all, I would say that that again, that they would have a very good uniform experience, that it would be something that they feel like Kinettix understands their needs and is able to meet those. And I think the other big thing is just efficiency. Our industry is largely one about efficiency, and every dollar that we don't spend on unneeded software or on extra people that we really don't need, that we can kind of be more efficient, is dollars that we can pass on to our customers. So I'm here to kind of make sure that everything is effective and efficiently moving things as possible to deliver great service to our customers at the cheapest price possible.
Now, you work pretty closely with our Chief Marketing Officer, Rand Mullins, which I think
Right.
we're going to have on the show as
Yeah.
well, not too far out
Yep.
from now. But so what do you guys work on together?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we look at just the larger marketing strategy. We just got actually done with lunch talking about, as we look ahead to 2026, what are the areas of focus and how do we highlight the things that we're really good at. So we're focusing a lot this year on dispatch services of providing on-site field techs at a great price at as quick a time as possible. It's one of the things we excel in. One of the things we've gotten great feedback from our customers. So we just want to make sure we're showing ourselves as, hey, this is one of the things we do really well as an organization. So that involves website design. It involves, different Google advertisements, website optimization, all these other kind of things that we do with that. But that's largely what we're focused on this year is our dispatch services, our staff augmentation services that maybe a lot of people don't even know that we do. How do we kind of get that to the market, that they understand that we can provide technicians in more of a staff aug role instead of a fully managed role like some of those other things. So,
And from a RevOps perspective, when I joined 2-3 years ago here, that was really the first I really learned about RevOps. Is that a widely adopted like industry or just business practice, or is it something that's unique to Kinettix?
yeah, no, that's a great question. And I would say it is almost exponentially shot up over the last few years. So I would say 5-10 years ago, it was just almost an unknown thing that people weren't doing that. But I think there's some real strengths. I think you all, even as AEs, can understand if you have siloed marketing, if they're doing their own thing independent of what sales needs, it really is ineffective for the corporation. And if you're not working well with the solutioning team or with delivery, it can cause some real problems. And so more and more industries, more and more companies are looking for people that are going to oversee this entire kind of revenue generating process to make sure it works well. So that's a great question. And again, I would say over the last 5 years, probably it's a position that a lot more people are having. You're seeing these RevOps, organizations growing and things along those lines.
Yeah, I think it's super important for us because we're out in the front lines. We're talking to customers. We're aligning them with those different groups. And we're also setting expectations on what to expect from Kinettix. So that's why you need that consistency
Right.
all
Yeah.
the way through so you can deliver on the promises you made.
Yep. And that's really where a lot of my focus is shifting this year, is from sales, marketing, and our solutioning team to working even back with the delivery team now to be sure, hey, are we communicating well about a deal as it comes through the pipeline, that our operations team is understanding what it is, that they can shape the delivery model that we're putting together in solutioning, and things like that. So it's looking at that whole process to make sure our customers get a really good, consistent experience. There's being delivered exactly what they thought was going to be delivered from the sales team and things like that. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, how do you manage a cross-functional team like that? Do you have like a one person from each silo that's assigned to RevOps that's sort of like on a RevOps board?
Yeah, that's a great question. So two things. First, we have an internal RevOps team. So we have a team that works specifically on largely the processes that we're putting in place, and how that fits with our software. They give support to you all as AEs, as a sales team. So we have our internal team, And then we also have, like you said, more of a cross-functional team where we'll pull a representative from finance in, we'll pull a representative from the AEs in, I will pull a rep from marketing, although that's usually me, and then one from ops. And so we want to be sure as we're shaping these processes that it fits everybody's needs. It's not just something that I think is best, but it actually works in the real world with you guys as AEs or with the delivery team, that it fits the needs of everybody. So yeah, we do have definitely that cross
Buy-in from different departments.
Exactly. Yes, exactly, and input from all of them as well. Yep, for sure.
I need you to stop asking good questions. That's my job. So here's one. I'll take a risk on asking a good question.
Yep.
AI is the big hype of everybody. You know, it's on the tip of everyone's tongue these days. Is AI playing a role in your future or current state?
Yep, absolutely. So one of the things I really appreciate about the leadership at Kinettix is Chad and Bob and all the guys, Sean at the top, are really constantly pushing innovation. And certainly AI right now is the major thing that companies are innovating with. And so we're using it in a number of different ways. From a marketing perspective, we're using AI everywhere from helping us to create our marketing strategy. We can ask them questions that get broader market feedback that AI is kind of compiling for us. We use it for helping with blog construction to make sure it's optimized for certain keywords, things along those lines. So we certainly have that. But I think even more innovative, I think a lot of companies are probably using it in that way. I think for Kinettix in particular, we have an internal development team, as you guys know, and just the work that they're doing with AI at kind of our guidance, things like putting together a tech select AI. That's one of the biggest challenges that we have as an organization is when a job comes in, especially if it's overseas, we've got to find a tech that fits the needs of that client over, again, sometimes overseas. And so they've put together an AI package that looks through the entire database of technicians we have, thinks about things like distance from the job, have they worked for this company before, what's their rating that they've been given, what specific skill sets do they do, and it gives us a list of technicians that are going to be the best thing to fit that job. And that's just an incredible use of AI. And when you think about that from one of our clients' perspectives, instead of having a full-time employee at Kinettix calling technician after technician after technician after technician, they get the lists of the best technicians right there. And many times in one or two phone calls, they can have the tech on site. And so again, if you go back to that efficiency idea, that's allowing us to deliver services at a tremendous cost savings to our customers just by the gain of efficiency that something like that goes. And so I love working here where there's this constant push for innovation to things like that. And I think our customers really benefit from that as well.
Yeah, and I like we're seeing so many people are afraid of AI from the standpoint of eliminating jobs or whatever, but I think we're seeing it as a force multiplier. It's really just taking the talent that we have and making their talent even more efficient, to your words, and
exactly. So yeah, I think we're measuring, hey, big picture, how much does it cost for us to deliver a ticket? That's one of the biggest metrics we're beginning to examine as a company. And as we see, hey, we're gaining efficiency with use of AI, with use of Dispatch One. Again, we can go to our customers and say, hey, we're doing everything that we possibly can to deliver the best possible outcome to you at the lowest possible price. And so it is like you said, it's not we're not laying people off, we're not getting rid of people, but we're starting to see, hey, every employee is able to process more tickets or manage more projects or whatever it is because of the use of AI, for sure.
Yeah, we're not replacing people with AI. We're arming them with it.
Exactly.
The process and tools they work to your point, to be a force multiplier.
Yep. Very good. Well said.
So did I have a good question? Thank you.
Best one yet, I'd say.
I just kind of need you to hear you say it.
Yeah.
My ego is very bruised over here. Sitting out here on an island by myself.
That's great, Rich. I think we're all really excited about RevOps. Like I said, it's come a long way since I've been here, and excited to see what you guys are doing next year. Anything in particular you're excited about heading into the new year?
Yeah, I think again, some of it is just being able to really look at how we deliver services, and in particular, since we have an in-house DevOps team, being able to kind of custom create our software to meet the needs of our business. We're not trying to squeeze into a one-size-fits-all software, and so we're going to spend a lot of our attention as a RevOps team this year on, hey, how do we build the software to meet the needs of our delivery team? Some of the things that I'm super excited about that are already out, but that we're beginning to leverage more and more, is our tech app, where we're able to communicate directly with our technicians. They get for every ticket they're fulfilling, they're getting a task list on their app where they check off, okay, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, and we can track in real time literally how the techs are doing their job, even if it's thousands of miles away from our global operations center, which I think is super exciting. And we're looking forward to kind of more innovation and driving things like the technician app and things. That's where we've got a lot of our attention focus in 2020.
I'm really excited about that as well. I mean, like, you're able to snap photos and take them right there. They populate themselves right into the category that makes sense. If you're doing a site survey, you're having all of these questions answered, and then you're associating that picture with that particular section that correlates, and just making all of that as efficient as I've ever seen it.
Yep.
Usually you have to formulate a team that compiles all of this information, tries to take 24 or 48 hours, to assemble all of it, put it into some format that makes sense, and then be able to get it out. And we're collecting this information
Absolutely.
and sorting it on the fly.
Yep.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely
super excited about it.
And we're applying some of that to some of our other teams too. For our project managers, when they get a new deal, they're going to have a task list just like our techs do of, okay, have we had the in-house turnover meeting? Have we contacted the client with this information? Have we completed these forms? And so they'll be able to see the different projects they have laid out and kind of where they are in the process. So again, we're just gaining efficiency and ensuring that nothing slips through the cracks. We have that all right there out before us. So I think it's tremendously exciting stuff.
As you look at the sales team, any AI initiatives for us on the horizon?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Wilberth is actually AI for how fast and efficient he is. He's always one step ahead of me.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, I'm like, is this a real person or am I really that slow?
Yeah.
Probably the latter.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wilberth.
I trained him.
Wilberth is one of our superstars on the RevOps team at our global operations center. So yes, I completely agree. And we're piloting a number of different AI initiatives, both with our internal CRM. We're able to take people that have visited our website and it grades them to see if they're somebody who may be interested in our services. We'd like to pilot with some of the things that we have talked about, kind of a AI SDR that's in communication with people on behalf of the AEs. So there's so many opportunities out there, but those are some of the specific things that we're looking at.
I like the fact that we're doubling down on dispatch going into 2026.
Mm-hmm.
We're already really, really good at that, and it's incredibly difficult to make dispatch work efficiently, to make it work consistently to the point where, a customer can look at you like Amazon and they order something and it's going to show up, right? You can practically track it. You can rely on it. It's going to be there at your front door.
Yep.
And the fact that we're going to continue enhancing that and making that even better than it is today, I think it's going to set us apart wildly different from our competition.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them already scratched their heads as to how we're making that work currently, and it's just gonna get even better. And
I think so too. It's exciting to me to look at this excellent team and how well they're already working on things like dispatch, and then you think about adding AI efficiencies to them, like you said, kind of the force multipliers, and thinking about, man, how can we scale this without having to hire a ton of other people, which keeps the price down for our customers. because of these AI again technologies, it's exciting to kind of look ahead at the future and see how they're going to be operating, and just the use of AI agents for our solution desk is already beginning to use their AI agent. The project coordinators are going to be having agents that are going to help them, and they already have some help from Dispatch One. And so certainly just the efficiencies that brings are very exciting.
You know, and coming from mine and Scott's purview from being an AE here, I think your whole RevOps involvement and how you're developing that team, the messaging that you're getting out there is really helping soften the beachhead for us in the standpoint of that you're getting the right messaging out there, and we're not having to do too much cleanup work of attracting customers that are maybe not in the middle of the crosshairs or in our swim lane of what we do and do well.
Yep.
You know, a lot of times I think that messaging can get a little bit blurred, and customers come to us looking for things that we don't actually do.
Right.
So you've done a heck of a job filtering out and making sure that we're on point and on brand with what we could deliver and deliver well. So
thank you. And one of the things I am very excited about too is I just met with Ryan again, our kind of CMO, and just walk through our new homepage. It's going to be launching in the next month or two, something like that. We're going to preview it for the AEs in early January and then launch it not far after that. And just, again, it focuses on this is what we can do with Dispatch. We do project work too, of course, and do a really good job at it, but focuses that. And I think that does hone it down even more to this is what we want to kind of emphasize from our customer. And then, of course, you have to give kudos to the delivery team, because we bring customers in, but customers are kept by great delivery, you know, that giving them a quality outcome at a reasonable price. And they certainly do an excellent job with that too.
100%.
So, yeah.
Well, thanks for your time, Rich. Insightful stuff. Before we let you go, I do want to get something I can point back to in 3 months at the end of March. Let's get your UK basketball prediction.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
So your team is hard, man. It's hard to predict. So as far as where I think we'll go in March Madness, is that a fair?
Sweet 16 best showing, I would say.
I would say Sweet 16 is probably our cap.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll be either maybe round of 32 or Sweet 16 at best. So I hope that I'm pleasantly surprised. But we seem to have a team that can't shoot for a coach that wants to shoot a lot of threes, and that's a tough combination. So
I'll be pulling for them on your behalf, and only because you are one of the nicest UK fans I've ever met. There's not a lot of them out there. I remember at our company offsite there was the Clemson versus UK game.
Oh yeah,
and Clemson won, and you were very respectful and didn't shout or yell or break the TV or anything like that. So I appreciate it.
That's right. So, very good. Well, thanks for having me on today. I appreciate it. So,
well, he is a former pastor, so
that's right. You got to be kind of nice. That's great. Well, thank you all very much.
Yep. Thanks for joining us.
Till next time.